Hello everyone, welcome to Wellness Wednesdays with Nikki Nick, where I share tips on wellness and financial things that I picked up along the way that has worked for me and it might work for you too. So let's get started. First things first, I am not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes. Do you know if you're living below your means? What does that even mean? It's just making sure that with all your bills and expenses and everything that you pay or you buy, whatever, is under what you make, what you bring home. Today, we are going to discuss some budget tracking apps that can help you with budgeting and what I use to calculate or to determine if I was living below my means. So let's get into the budget tracking apps. Budget tracking app number 1, Every Dollar. So I did try this one out, and let's talk about the pros. So when I was testing out Every Dollar, it gave me like a walkthrough where I put in my numbers and my goals, and it showed me like a trajectory of a retirement number with tips on how to get there. And honey, when I saw it said I could retire at 15 million, I was like, oh, okay, I like this. It made me shoot higher. So now I'm like, okay, that's my number, 15 million, because Every Dollar told me it's possible for me. But let's get into the cons now. So the interface and the tracking capabilities were not what I was hoping for in Every Dollar. I was looking for something that I can just link all my accounts and it all kind of automatically just shows a breakdown visually of like assets and debt and groceries and the whole nine. And I felt like I still had to do things manually, which I wasn't really looking forward to. So let's talk about the cost. So you could purchase an annual plan for $99 a year or $14.99 a month. With that, we'll go into budget app number 2, Rocket Money. Now this one I didn't try out. A lot of people I know use it. So as well as tracking your budget, it also finds and cancels unused subscriptions, which is something that is a huge plus for a lot of people that I know that use it. And then some of the cons is some people say that the free version is very limited and is not as robust as the other free budgeting apps. The cost for Rocket Money can go from anywhere, besides the free version, anywhere from like $4 to $12 a month, depending on what features you use. Now, coming to my third budget tracking app, Copilot. Now, this is the one I ended up going with. Some of the pros is just visually appealing. You can customize the budget. You could use different emojis for like the categories, which I thought was pretty cool. So I have like a car sign for my Uber budget, or you can use like a little burger for like restaurant and takeout categories. It's really cool. You can customize it, and it tracks everything, like your 401k, investments, savings, and it visually shows you your assets versus your debt in very appealing ways, and you can reset the budget. And I just I was sold. Now, some of the cons is no free version, and some say that this is higher than the other apps, which I didn't really notice a huge difference for me. The cost for that is $95 a year. So the pros for Copilot: visually appealing, customizable budgets. You can put emojis. Just make it your own. It's visually appealing. It tracks everything live, your saving accounts, your credit cards, your investments, 401k, everything. And then what I like personally, it shows a little chart of your assets, your debt, and then you kind of see like a bar graph, or not a bar graph, like a line graph on how you're doing. So you can always see if your if your debt is more than your assets, and vice versa. So, or you can also see like if your debt, the debt is going down, assets going up, stuff like that. So that's why I really love Copilot. That's why I chose Copilot over every dollar. Just because it's visually appealing. I like that it tracks everything automatically. I can reset budgets. I could exclude any transactions if I didn't want to include it for any reason. Cost is $95 a year, which some people have noted that it's higher than other budget tracking apps, which I think is worth it at the end of the day, but that's just my personal opinion. Now I want to walk you through an Excel sheet that I put together just to kind of break down everything before I started using Copilot. So this is how I broke down everything. Now I get 2 checks. I get 2 checks a month. I did change the numbers just for, some privacy concerns. So these are just made up numbers here, but the categories are pretty much what's on my balance sheet. So savings, investments, my daughter's investments, credit card, what credit cards get taken out in this check, subscriptions, transportation, phone. So here's the starting balance. Here's these made up numbers for each category. And altogether, this is how much I spend throughout the check. And then I have $885 left remaining. And then same thing for check 2. It just kind of breaks down what credit cards get taken out of this check, rent. And then it'll show you, then it shows me how much I have left for that paycheck. And I also didn't put like my bi-monthly or annually subscriptions in there. So I just put these on the bottom just to make sure that, just to note that these are also expenses. So yeah, certain like little small things, expenses, I didn't put down every little thing that I use during the check, just because some things go on credit card, some things are like one-off purchases. But for those, as you can see here, there is money left over in the budget. So if anything does happen, I still have this leftover money after all my main categories are taken care of. But yeah, as you can see, everything's in green. So if we were to go into the negative, this will turn red, indicating to me that I am overspending for the pay period. And yeah, that is how I visually see if I'm living below my means. And I also use Copilot just to help me get a grand overview on how I'm doing for the month, just because on this spreadsheet I don't go too into detail. Like I don't check every single dollar. I just put my main categories like subscriptions and credit card payments and transportation. So just kind of like the main things that get taken out of each check. As with Copilot, it tracks literally everything. And then I also have the pie chart here that literally shows, so it'll show 40% as of right now, 40% is going towards savings and investments. Not bad. Check out those budget apps. You can also do your research on others. There's so many out there. NerdWallet, for one, will list out an extensive list of the top budgeting apps for 2024. You can use the spreadsheet. I'll link it below in the description, where you can play around with it, make a copy and play around with it. Maybe it can help you as well as it helped me. And that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Peace, love, and happiness.